In the Old Testament, in the Song of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 16, in the Hebrew language, it reads, Hikko mamittakim vi kullo Muhammadim zahdudi vi zahra'i bainat Jerusalem. Song of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 16.
It's mentioned in the Song of Solomon, chapter number 5, verse number 16. In Hebrew, I will say, it says, Hikko mamittakim vi kullo Muhammadim zahdudi zahra'i bainat Jerusalem. He is most sweet. He is altogether lovely. He is my beloved. He is my friend, O daughters of Jerusalem. It says Muhammadim.
The Song of Solomon, listen, I mean no disrespect. I know you're sincere, and I know there's been preparation here. I don't mean to mock, but certain things are ridiculous, impossible, and the only reason people come up with this is because based on their faith, they have to find Muhammad in the Bible. Otherwise, it'd never occur to you to do it. Because the Bible is so much not about him and so much about something else. If you want to argue, is the Quran the Word of God, or the Bible the Word of God, or who is a better ethical teacher, Moses or Jesus, those are totally separate arguments. But the argument tonight is not even a debate. I'm only doing it out of respect for Muslims who believe it, but it's not even a debate, to be candid. So when we talk about this, actually, I think the Bible prophesies about me more than Muhammad. After all, my name occurs 15 times, Michael, the archangel. I mean, it's not even something that sounds like. I don't have to change the Hebrew, as was actually done tonight. The Hebrew was changed to try to make it sound more like Muhammad, because the Hebrew is Mahmadim, singular Mahmad, plural Mahmadim. In fact, the form Muhammad is impossible in Hebrew. It violates, there's no possible verbal form, not pu'al, hufal, no possible verbal form where that works, and there are no nominal forms where that works. So morphologically, phonetically, it doesn't work. It's just not Hebrew. It's a different language, a different name. It doesn't work, right? Just to be candid, just to be plain here. So as for this, if we want to try to argue Hiko mamtakim v'chulo machmadim, so Song of Solomon 5:16. Let's play it out as if it were Muhammad, okay? His mouth is delicious, and all of him is delightful, Mahmadim. Such as my beloved, such as my darling, O maidens of Jerusalem. So substituting the name Muhammad for the Hebrew plural form Mahmadim, even though they're different in form of pronunciation, the first half of the verse would now read, his mouth is delicious, and all of him is multiple Muhammads. So the text is saying that the male lover is actually many Muhammads. The context has nothing to do with Islam, nothing to do with Allah, nothing to do with Muhammad. And first and foremost, it is a love song, and then by application applied to God and Israel, or the church and Jesus. But it itself is a love song speaking about Solomon and the lover. All right? And if you want to say that Mahmadim, the plural, is actually plural of Muhammad, Mahmad, well then let's see how Mahmad is used elsewhere. It means something desired in the Hebrew Bible. Perhaps Muhammad is Ezekiel's wife, because it says that his wife is the Mahmad of his eyes. Or perhaps God said he was going to defile Muhammad, Ezekiel 24:41, because he said, I'm going to defile that which is Mahmad in their eyes. You can't play word games like this without making the Bible into a complete mockery. And look, I don't mean insult in saying this, but the arguments are as weak as saying, I have a Christian friend named Mo, and he used to be very fat, but now he's slim. And you respond saying, he's not a Christian at all. No, he's Mo, who is now slim, so Muslim equals Muslim. It's that outlandish. Now contrast this with the fact that Yehoshua, Jesus, right? Yehoshua, Joshua, the high priest in Zechariah 6, is set forth as a type and symbol of the Messiah, all right? A priestly king. And what is Yehoshua also called in the Hebrew Bible? 27 times the name occurs, but many times we're referenced to him. Yeshua, the actual name is found, and it's for the one who is a type and shadow of the priestly king.